know you? No.
Today I've decided to review some figures that I felt were the best of the Stunticon line. Yeah, a lot of people like Dead End, but you'll find out why I don't like Dead End that much. So, what is my favorite then? Is it Drag Strip? I love it, but Dead End, I just said I don't like that. It's Breakdown. I don't know why, I just really like Dead End's mold. It's really nice, it's very cute. Not cute. I'm a man. I don't say cute things. But overall, I think he's nice. But don't worry, there's another figure. Sunstreaker review. And Wheeljack. So, let's continue on to the review.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
And here we have Breakdown, Sunstreaker, and Wheeljack. We're going to be tackling Breakdown, Sunstreaker, then Wheeljack. I will not be covering how Wheeljack transforms into a limb because even though he looks different, he's exactly the same as all these other two. So, let's get down to doing that thing. And here we have Breakdown in his vehicle mode, and I really do like this. Honestly, Breakdown is probably my favorite of the Stunticon mold. Why? I don't know, I just really like it. Nice looking car, just really nice. Very off-white. It's like almost the same color as this. You can't really tell the white because I got like a bunch of lights on. I'm putting a white on a white. Makes no sense. But whatever. I really like this, and I think it's a really, really nice mold, and I just like it. I just like the vehicle mode, and I like the robot mode. I just think it's very neat, if I do say so myself. He has these two guns, of course. Now, first off, you can plug in his gun any way. You can plug it there, you can plug it there. But, there's this thing, and there's a hole. This is the joint hole, but I think that's pretty neat that they did this just, storage-wise. So, also, you can do this. And that's hunky-dory, but they actually created an interesting way of how to put this on the vehicle. You see these little tabs? Do you see these little holes? Well, through the power of rocket science, there we go. And then you plug this back here, it creates this. Now, I know what you're thinking. What do I care? But you'll see in a minute, with another mold, that this makes a lot of sense. Overall, I think this is a very interesting way of putting this thing on, and I really do like this mold, though. Can't stress enough how much I do like this mold. And here's Sunstreaker, and that's why it does that. Because it completes Sunstreaker's little thing at the top. I like that. That's very interesting, and I think that was a plan all along. And I like that. Very, very interesting way of doing this kind of thing. However, Sunstreaker is probably my least favorite of this mold. You'll see why in a minute, but it's just nothing but yellow. And there's some orange. And there's some black. Now that's cool and all, but it's a very see-through yellow, and I'll show you later. You can kind of see black in there, and that's kind of that's his head. That's where his head is. You can kind of see his head through this thing. That ain't that good. But I do like what they tried to do with this. It's kind of a homage how they always made Breakdown out of like repaints of the classic Sunstreaker inside the swipe mold. Speaking of which, is this better than that? No. God, no, it's not. The original Sunstreaker mold is definitely the best, and honestly, I would recommend it over this if you're looking for a Sunstreaker. But, if you're on a budget, it just doesn't hurt to have. Not one bit. And here's Wheeljack. You can do the same thing, but I don't, because this is beautiful. I love Wheeljack. Wheeljack is one of my favorite Autobots. So it's really cool to see Wheeljack in the Combiner Wars, and they remolded him. They kind of had to, but they didn't have to, but they kind of had to. And I like what they did here. It really is a perfect way to do this Wheeljack mold. I really like it. They changed the hood. They changed basically almost all this figure is different. His tires are different. the tires are the same, combiner port's the same, connecting there, the arm part, same. The rest of this, totally remolded, and I love it. It's just perfect. It's perfect for Wheeljack. It's just super, super duper nice. So to turn breakdown into a leg, first you gotta, come on, there we go. You do this, and ta-da, it's done. Very simplistic. I do mod it a bit whenever I have them as Minosaur. I do this because I like that. It's neat. It's very neat. But official transformation says to do this. But it's not bad. I like this. It's very nice. Now to make him an arm, you pull off this. You do this. You basically keep this here. You don't do much. And then you accordion these out, and then you, oh, come on. You do this, then you, come on, there we go. And there you put that, and bada beep, bada boop. There's Breakdown as an arm, and it's very nice. The other two molds are mostly arms in their respective combiners, so I won't be using Breakdown as an arm, but you do get the general idea of what goes on here, and I do enjoy what it looks like as an arm. Now to make it a robot, keep that, you turn it around. Now this is an interesting transformation, in a sense. You gotta pull out this part, you gotta accordion it, and you gotta do a really very specific pull on the figure, and then you do this, and then you do that. Now here's where most people hate this figure, and you know what? I don't think it's the greatest part. You lift up his hips. Now that doesn't sound bad, except for the fact that it just always shifts, and that's not good. I don't like it. I don't like it when it always shifts. I don't like it. Reminds me of the Mr. Donald J. Trump. Man, we're just getting really political on this show recently. So, but overall, this is what Breakdown looks like in his robot mode. And I like it.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
In robot mode, Breakdown is blue and white. And some red. And that's about it. Thank you, good night. I'm of course joking. So, yeah, he's got some good paint apps where it needs to be. There's some interesting moldage there, but overall, I think they did a good job. For articulation, he has a ball jointed head, ball jointed there. There's what's supposed to be a ratchet. There's a ball joint there, swivel there, there. Very weird. And then he has a bit of a tap there due to transformation. Honestly, I would refrain from any movement of those hips or any legs, because gosh, this figure's terrible with the whole legs and arms and legs and feet and such. Can't even tab in right. Trying to make me look bad. He comes with an interesting gun. That could be a gun or a sword. That's cool and all. Of course, he has his hand-foot gun, but there's something interesting you could do with getting rid of it. You could tab it back here. That's cool and all, but wait a minute, that looks familiar. Here's an interesting thing that they put in. You see these little grooves right here? Well, slide them here, and you got exhausts. And that's cool. But is this for Breakdown? No, it's for someone else. Overall, I do like Breakdown. He's probably my favorite of the Stunticons. And here's Sunstreaker. And that's why. To give Sunstreaker his exhausts. And I like it. It's very neat, very, very, very cool. However, the rest of this figure is my least favorite of this mold. Just on the camera, it looks like a very bright yellow, but in the lights, it's just a cheese yellow. But it still is an ugly color for Sunstreaker, and for the most part, this hood back here, you can see through it. I wasn't joking. You can't see it right now. By golly, just take one out and just look through his hood. It's weird. Of course, he has a new head, but other than that, I'm not going to show you articulation because this is shit. Of course, there's black. That's good. There's different paint apps. I like that better. I honestly like more paint apps on this figure better. Just so you know. And here's Wheeljack, and he's my favorite because they did a lot different with him. They changed up his feet. They changed up his legs. They changed most of this figure up. Like, a lot of it up. And I love it. New chest, new head. I love it. And Wheeljack is one of my favorite characters, so I really like this mold. They could have been really lazy with this, and they didn't. So I'm really happy about it. My one main concern is, and this is just really minor, you know how Wheeljack always had that, missile? I wish they found some stupid way to make the gun incorporate with that. It doesn't. There's no peg back here at all. Unless, hold on. Nah. It wouldn't work. Oh, by the way, he has Breakdown's gun, essentially. There's that. I didn't feel like putting them in. There's a phone. But whatever. So, here's Wheeljack, and he's easily my favorite of this mold. And here's Breakdown, Sunstreaker, and Wheeljack. For size comparisons, once again, there he is with Starscream, and by the head, they're taller. But they are somewhat smaller by the thing there. Even goes over Sunstreaker. And of course, they're smaller than Invasion Mode Optimus Prime. So yeah. So here's my overall review on these three fellows. Not those two fellows. We've already done him. I don't want to deal with him. Not yet, anyway.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
So overall, would I highly recommend Breakdown? Yeah, I really like the mold. I think it's nice. I really like the colors going on for it. And if you need Minosaur complete, here you go. There he is. Bada bing, bada boop. Would I recommend Sunstreaker? Unless you're going to do that whole combiner with Optimus. No. Honestly, no. No. Very flimsy, very weak. I just don't like I don't like how thin plastic is. However, would I highly recommend Wheeljack? I love it. I think it's the best of this mold. Love it, love it, love it. Does it beat the whole Classics universe Generations mold? Not really, but I just love it nonetheless. So, Combiner Wars continues. And it don't stop coming, and they 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 don't stop. Today we're going to be reviewing some figures that I think were the best of the Stunticon. Fuck. Let's try that again.